treasure every second you spent with George Jones. I had ran from him forever. We had done 4 or 5 shows together where I was one of the first acts on and he was one of the last acts on. Kind of a big name bill, a lot of names, not a big name because I was on it, but I ran every time. I wouldn't stay around and watch him, or I'd watch him. We had the W4 Hoedown in Detroit, and we played on the same stage as he was going to play about an hour later. Yet I watched it from a 40-story building downtown, looking down into the park, because I couldn't be anywhere near him. And so I think we did the TNN Music City Awards, and they slated me to sing with some other new acts. At the very last moment, George Jones was brought in with those new acts. Well, I remember sound check, walking around the corner and hearing his voice, and I said, "Oh, it's got to be a record," because it was too good. And when I looked up, there he was, and oh my God! And you don't know what to do because you don't want to be stupid like I'm being now, so you try and get out. And I remember walking back. I had my hand on the door, and I heard this, "Mr. Brooks," oh man, shout through me. I turned around, and he goes, "Hi, I'm George Jones." And I unfortunately did exactly what I'm doing now. He just started, and it embarrassed him, and he just walked away. But what I love about George Jones is he knew we had to sing together on national TV later that night, and if I was going to do this, it was going to embarrass us all. So little by little, every few 20 minutes, 30 minutes, he'd come up from behind me, just pat me on the back and just say, "Are you from Oklahoma?" And little by little it happened. So by the time that evening came, where we sang together, it was all right, but if you look on the film, I'm as far from him as I can get. And it's been that way ever since. He's just it for me.